Fatima Al-Hassan, 36 years old, when she entered the courtroom, everyone looked at her. A white hijab on her head, deep lines of worry on her face, a small bag in her hand. A translator stood beside her because she couldn't speak English. When Frank Caprio opened the file, he saw a simple traffic violation, expired vehicle inspection, uninsured vehicle operation, $150 fine. But in Fatima's file was a note. Refugee status, Syria, arrived 8 months ago. And at that moment, Frank understood. This wasn't just a traffic case. This was a story of survival. When Fatima stood in the courtroom, her hands were trembling. The translator spoke Arabic, Fatima answered. The translator converted to English. Your Honor, I'm afraid. In America, court is very serious. Maybe they will send me away. Maybe they will take my children. Please, I just want to work. Frank read the file carefully. Fatima Al-Hassan, age 36, Syrian born. Arrived in America 8 months ago with refugee status. 4 children, ages 12, 9, 6, and 3. No husband, killed in war 2 years ago. Alone, with 4 children in a foreign country. The offense was simple. Her car's inspection had expired 3 months ago. She had no insurance. When police stopped her, she showed documents, but the inspection was expired. Automatic court summons. Fine, $150. But there was another document in the file, a refugee support program letter. Fatima Al-Hassan, temporary housing, food assistance, language course pending, no income, children just started school, family and adjustment process. Frank looked up at Fatima. Tired eyes beneath the hijab, a helpless expression. This woman had fled from war, lost her home, lost her husband. And now, in a foreign courtroom, she faced another challenge. Mrs. Al-Hassan, Frank said slowly, welcome to America. Please, through the translator, tell me, why didn't you get insurance? The translator converted. Fatima answered. The translator turned to English. Your Honor, I didn't know insurance was mandatory. In Syria, car different. Here, many rules. I'm learning but slow. I want to go to language course but children. I must take care of children. No husband, no family, only me. The courtroom was silent. A woman was trying to survive. In a foreign country, in a foreign language, in a foreign system. But you haven't heard the most shocking part yet. Frank leaned forward. Fatima, where do you work? The translator converted. Fatima shook her head. No signal. The translator explained. Your Honor, she doesn't work. She has work permit but no English. Can't find job. Receiving refugee assistance, $800 per month. Rent, $600. Food, clothes for children, no money left. Frank's eyebrows furrowed. $800 with 4 children? How are you managing? Fatima began to speak, her voice breaking. The translator converted. We eat very little. I sometimes don't eat so children can eat. For rent, church helped. For clothes, donation center. Car, neighbor gave. Old car, but it works. I take children to school. Otherwise walking is 1 hour. Very far. Children small. Winter cold. I thought, car necessary. But insurance too expensive. $200 per month. I cannot pay. Frank looked at the court clerk. Linda was crying. The prosecutor bowed his head. Everyone was hearing a mother's struggle. Fatima, Frank asked, have your children adjusted to school? Fatima's face brightened a little. The translator converted. Children learning English at school, very fast learning. My little son, age 6, every day brings home new word. Mom, this is apple, this is water, this is thank you. I learn from children. But I'm slow. I'm 36 years old, brain not young anymore. The courtroom smiled, but it was a sad smile. A mother was learning language from her children because she had no other choice. Fatima, Frank asked carefully, Why did you leave Syria?" And at that moment, Fatima broke down. Tears flowed. Even the translator became emotional, and the story began. Wait, because now the real tragedy is coming. Fatima began to speak, crying. The translator converted, voice shaking. "In Syria, we lived in Aleppo, beautiful city. My husband was teacher, I was nurse. We had 4 children, normal life. But then, war started. Bombs, everyday bombs. Our house destroyed, hospital destroyed, school destroyed. We lived in basement, 2 years in basement. Dark, cold, fear. One day my husband went outside, looking for water, to fill bottles. Bomb came, building collapsed. I waited with children. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. He didn't come. Neighbor found, in rubble, dead." The courtroom was silent. Everyone was feeling a woman's pain. I decided, children must live. We escaped to Turkey, walking, 2 weeks. My little daughter, 1 year old. I carried on my back. In Turkey, we lived in refugee camp. 1 year, in tent. But there was security, no bombs. I applied to America. Please, for my children, I want future. We waited 2 years. Then, accepted. We came to America, 8 months ago. Fatima looked at Frank, eyes full. The translator converted. "Your Honor, I love America. Here, there is security. Children go to school, no bombs, but very difficult. Language difficult, system difficult, no money, but I will work. For my children, I will do everything. Please, forgive me. I will get insurance again. I will learn rules. Please, don't send me back." Frank's eyes filled with tears. This wasn't just a traffic case. This was a life-saving story. But the incredible part is in Frank's response. Frank stood up, stepped down from the podium, walked to the middle of the courtroom, and came to Fatima, turned to the translator. "Please, tell Fatima, America thanks her, because she is brave, because she protected her children, because she is here trying to start over, and we, as Americans, should support her." The translator converted. Fatima cried. Frank turned to the court clerk. "Linda, put on record. In the case of Fatima Al-Hassan, the court makes this decision. Fine completely dismissed. $0. The courtroom froze in shock. Completely dismissed? "But that's not enough," Frank continued. "Linda, please call community services, and call Refugee Assistance Program, and call Catholic Charities, now." Linda picked up the phone. Frank turned to Fatima. "Fatima, I'm arranging free English classes for you. Every week, 3 hours. For your children, there will be free care at school, so you can go to class. In 6 months, you will speak English, and you will find a job." The translator converted. Fatima couldn't believe it. "Is this real?" "Yes, and one more thing. For your car, insurance. We will pay for insurance for 6 months, free. Then, you will find job, you will pay. But now don't worry." Fatima fell to her knees, on the floor, in the courtroom, in front of Frank's feet, and cried, "Thank God, thank you, thank you." Frank took Fatima's hands and lifted her up. "No, Fatima, thank you. You came to America. You gave your children a future. You are a brave mother. We are proud of you." But the real shock came when court ended. After court ended, people started to stand up. But someone stood up and spoke, a woman in the middle of the courtroom. "Your Honor, may I say something?" Frank turned. "Yes, please." The woman stepped forward, in her 50s, a warm smile. "My name is Margaret Sullivan. I came from Ireland 30 years ago. I also didn't know English then. I also came alone with 2 children. And I also struggled very much. But America gave me a chance. And now, I want to give Fatima a chance." Fatima looked. The translator converted. "I have an apartment, 2 bedrooms, empty now. Fatima, if she wants, can move there. Rent same, $600. But children will sleep in their own rooms. They'll be comfortable." Fatima was crying. "Is this real?" Is this real? Yes. And one more thing. My daughter is an English teacher. She will give you free private lessons. Every day, 1 hour. In 3 months, you will speak English. Then someone else stood up. A man in his 40s. I'm David Chen. I came from China 20 years ago. I also faced the same challenges. I have a restaurant. When Fatima learns English, I'll give her a job. Dishes, cleaning, whatever she wants, starting $15 per hour. If she works hard, she'll earn more. Fatima couldn't speak anymore, just cried. Tears of joy. Then someone else, and someone else. The courtroom transformed into a help meeting. People standing up, offering help. I'll give winter coats for the children. I'll donate furniture. I'll give grocery coupons, $200. Frank stood in the middle of the courtroom and watched. His eyes were full. Because today, the courtroom wasn't just a place of justice, it was a place of humanity. But the most powerful moment came with Fatima's children. After court ended, Fatima went outside. In front of the courthouse, her 4 children were waiting. A neighbor had been watching them. When Fatima saw them, she ran and hugged them all. Children, children, a miracle happened. America is helping us. The oldest boy, 12-year-old Ahmed, asked in English, Mom, what happened? Was court good? Fatima stroked Ahmed's face. Yes, my son. Court very good. Judge, like angel. America, good people. Her little daughter, 3-year-old Layla, hugged her mother. Mommy crying, mommy sad? No, baby. Mommy happy. These are happy tears. At that moment, someone approached. Frank Caprio. Fatima, your children are beautiful. The translator converted. Fatima smiled. Thank you, Your Honor. They are my life. For them, I will do everything. Frank looked at Ahmed. You speak English? Ahmed nodded. Yes, I learned at school. 3 months. Now I speak well. What do you want to be when you grow up? Ahmed thought. Doctor. Because when my father died, there was no doctor. If I become doctor, I will save people. Frank's eyes filled with tears. A 12-year-old child, so mature, so determined. Ahmed, you will be a doctor. I know it. Because you are a strong child. You are your mother's son, and your mother is the bravest woman in the world. Ahmed smiled. Fatima cried. And at that moment, everyone understood. Refugees aren't just numbers. They're people, stories, future. But the story doesn't end here, because Fatima's journey was just beginning. 3 months later, Fatima was speaking English, not fluent but understandable. Margaret's daughter had taught every day. Fatima had worked very hard. Nights, after children slept, she read books, memorized words. 6 months later, Fatima started working at David Chen's restaurant. She washed dishes, cleaned tables, but she smiled because she was working, earning money. A year later, Fatima became a waitress. She talked with customers. Hello, welcome. What would you like? Her English still had an accent, but customers loved it. You're so sweet, they'd say. Where are you from? From Syria. Wow, welcome to America. 2 years later, Fatima started studying for nursing certification. She was a nurse in Syria, but America didn't recognize the diploma. Re-education was needed. She went to night school, worked during the day, took care of children. Never complained. 3 years later, Fatima started working as a nurse at Rhode Island Hospital. Night shift, hard but good pay. And one day, a patient came to emergency. A Syrian elderly man, heart attack. His family was panicking, speaking Arabic. Fatima ran there. I will help you. I'm also Syrian, don't worry. That family relaxed because someone spoke their language, someone understood them. And at that moment, Fatima understood. This is why she came here. Not just for her children, for others too. 4 years later, when Frank Caprio retired, there was a special guest at the ceremony, Fatima Al-Hassan, in her nurse uniform. "Judge Caprio," Fatima said in perfect English, "4 years ago you changed my life. I was a scared refugee woman. I didn't know English. I didn't see a future. But you gave me hope. You gave me a chance. And I used that chance. Now I'm a nurse. Every day I help sick people. I especially help refugees because I know their pain. I know their fear. And I tell them, America gives chances. But you must also work. My children have grown now. Ahmed, high school freshman, wants to be a doctor. My daughter Samira won in math Olympics. My children are American, but they don't forget Syria. They love both cultures. And I love America because America gave me a second chance, gave me new life, and all of it started from your one decision." Fatima approached Frank and gave a gift, a handmade carpet, Syrian-style traditional patterns. "I made it with my own hands, a piece from Syria, for you to thank you." Frank looked at the carpet, shed tears. "Fatima, this is beautiful, but the most beautiful gift is your success, your smile, your children. You don't owe me anything, because you already gave. You contributed to our community, you gave your children a future, and you gave me a lesson. Refugees aren't a problem. Refugees are an opportunity." The courtroom gave a standing ovation. Fatima cried, Frank cried, and everyone understood the same truth. America isn't just a place. America is an idea, the idea of second chances, the idea of new beginnings. Today, 5 years later, Fatima still works at the hospital, night shift head nurse now, and she started something. Refugee Patient Support Program. At the hospital, when refugee patients come, they call Fatima. She helps them, translates, knows Arabic, French, explains the system, reduces fear. "Because I felt that fear," says Fatima. "I experienced that confusion, and I want others to have it easier." Ahmed is now 17 years old, high school senior, perfect SAT scores, accepted to 6 universities, Harvard, Yale, MIT, wants to be a doctor. "For my father's memory," he says, "and my mother's courage." Fatima's other children are also successful. Samira, 14, math champion. Kareem, 11, in school chorus. Layla, 8, won art competition. "My children are American," says Fatima, "but Syria is in our hearts. Every Friday we make Syrian food, hummus, tabbouleh, kibbeh. I teach children Arabic. We sing Syrian songs, because we shouldn't forget our roots." But Fatima doesn't just look to the past. She looks to the future, too. Last year she applied for American citizenship, took the test, passed. At the oath ceremony she cried, "I was born Syrian, but now I'm also American. I have 2 identities, and I love both." Frank was at that ceremony. When he saw Fatima, he hugged her. "Fatima, congratulations. Now officially you're American." "No, Judge. I was always American. Because America isn't just a passport. America is an idea, the idea of hope. And you gave me that hope." Fatima's story appeared in local news, with the headline, "Refugee Woman Becomes Nurse, Serves Community." And in the comments, "This is the real American dream. Let's give refugees a chance, they contribute. Fatima is inspiration." A year later, Fatima spoke at a TED Talk. Starting from zero, a refugee's story, watched 2 million times. "I lost everything in Syria," said Fatima. "My home, my husband, my profession, my country. But in America, I found everything again. Home, career, future, hope. How? Because someone gave me a chance. Frank Caprio gave me a chance. The community gave me a chance. And now, I say, give refugees a chance. They're not illegal. They're survivors. They're brave. They're hardworking. They just want opportunity. And if you give that opportunity, they make America stronger." Frank watched that talk, at home, on television, and cried, tears of joy. "Fatima," he whispered, "you are my pride." Emma now works at a non-profit. Refugee integration services, giving newly arrived refugees the same help Fatima received. Language classes, job finding, housing assistance. Fatima's story taught me, says Emma. Refugees aren't a burden. Refugees are wealth. They bring culture. They bring determination. They bring diversity. Frank, every year, sends a message on Fatima's court anniversary. 5 years passed, still proud. And Fatima replies, 5 years passed, still grateful. Every day. Today, Fatima is 41 years old. 5 years in America. Nurse, mother, American, Syrian, both. Ahmed went to Harvard. Pre-med program. His father would be very proud. Fatima, at graduation ceremony, hugged her son. "You are my miracle," she said. "You are the continuation of your father's memory." Fatima is now writing a book. From Aleppo to Rhode Island, a refugee mother's journey. In the book, a special chapter about Frank Caprio, the judge who gave me a chance. "That day, in court, I was afraid," writes Fatima. "I thought, this is the end. They'll send me away." But Frank Caprio did differently. He didn't punish me. He gave me hope. He gave me a chance. And that chance changed my life. Frank wrote the book's foreword. Fatima's story is America's story, because America was built by immigrants. We were all once strangers. We all once struggled. And we're all here because someone gave us a chance. Fatima owes me nothing, because Fatima already gave. She contributed to the community. She gave her children a future. And she gave me a lesson. Compassion isn't just good. Compassion is smart. Because today's refugee is tomorrow's nurse. Today's scared person is tomorrow's hero. When the book was published, it became a bestseller. Fatima spoke on radio programs, gave lectures at universities. Every time, the message was the same. America gave me a chance. I serve America. This isn't just my story. This is the story of millions of refugees. Give us a chance. We will make you proud. And that court day wasn't just a decision. It was the beginning of a movement. In Rhode Island, Refugee Solidarity Program was established. The help Fatima received is now a system. Every new refugee gets language classes, job support, housing assistance. They call it the Fatima model, because Fatima was the example. Give and you receive. Help and the community wins. Frank Caprio, in retirement, when asked about the case he's most proud of, always gives the same answer. Fatima. Because Fatima taught me, justice isn't just punishment, justice is opportunity. And if you give people opportunity, they create miracles. Fatima, every year, on the anniversary of her court day, goes to the courthouse, stands outside, and prays. God, thank you for that day, for Frank Caprio, for America, for the second chance. Because that day, Fatima's life changed. That day, a judge chose compassion. That day, a community chose to embrace. And that day, America showed its best self. Fatima's story continues. Every day at the hospital, healing patients. Every day teaching her children courage. Every day giving refugees hope. I lost everything in Syria, says Fatima. But in America, I found myself. Nurse Fatima, Mother Fatima, American Fatima, and all of it started with a judge's compassion. Now it's your turn. When you see a Fatima, what will you do? Will you show fear or compassion? Will you close the door or open it? Because every day there's an opportunity to help a refugee, an opportunity to give a family a future, an opportunity to give a person hope. Your turn. What will you choose?